All right, 3 o'clock hour here on Hoch and Crowder. We will get to the important stuff. Who has Old Bay seasoning in their pantry?
I have an ally.
Oh, well, here's the thing. So Crowder said earlier, the story started with Solana, right? He told us that Goldfish crackers, they're bringing back their limited edition Old Bay seasoning Goldfish crackers. Crowder said Old Bay seasoning is only for white people, that black people would never have that in their pantry.
No, at crab boil. We get Old Bay. When we buy crabs, we buy Old Bay, and we finish it in the first crab boil.
So no one will put it on chicken, eggs.
I tell you one thing, those Old Bay goldfish, they better not take them to Opalaka. They will not sell.
Someone texted in, though, are the goldfish crackers, is that considered seafood? You know what I mean?
You know what?
It's in the shape of a goldfish.
I can guess the race of that texter because of his thought. Yes, y'all are trying to put Old Bay on something.
So I texted Orande Gadsden, do you have Old Bay seasoning in your pantry? His answer was not suitable for the air, but it was of effing course. And then he also has just texted me chicken wings. He puts it on chicken wings.
See, OG done lived up in Weston too long. OG done forgot.
He is from, where is he from? Like South Carolina?
Yeah, Mississippi or something?
Yeah, he's got more bona fides than you do on this.
He done lost it, man. He been down here too long.
I texted Twan Russell. He said, yes, wait, no. That's for seafood, right? And then he says, I have Lowry's.
And Twan hit it on the head. There is not a black person in the world without a bottle of Lowry's in their pantry.
Isn't Lowry's just a little more sedity Old Bay, in all honesty? I think you're speaking as a guy who lives in a gated community. I think you may have lost touch.
This goes back to when I wasn't good at football and I couldn't go to the big expensive houses. Then I got good at football and I got to go to all the big houses and I started seeing Old Bay and I was like, what is this Old Bay? This is for rich. I thought it was for rich people when I first saw it.
Hold on, I got to bring Orande on here because this is not, because he's saying to me, you're just wrong on this.
No.
Can you call Orande? I know he's listening because he's texting me as it goes along.
Yeah.
Can you call him? Play the 305 alarm and then give OG a call. He's from Charleston, he says.
Want me to play that now before it's 3:05?
Yeah, are we standing on ceremony? I mean, whatever. It's 3:04:30. Go ahead. Fire.
Okay. All right.
Keep things moving.
Couple seconds early.
Feel bad about
It's 3:05.
Dale.
God bless.
Dale.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome. And yes, I have seen a grown man naked. Now shut the up about it.
Whoa. Whoa.
You done pushed Jimmy to the brink.
Touched a nerve.
Whoa.
305 alarm sponsored by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. 1-800-747-FREE. 1-800-747-3733. Wow. Ever seen a grown man naked, Jimmy?
Man, leave Jimmy alone. It seems like getting hostile.
Glad I'm not in the studio today. I'd be cruising for a bruising. You got OG on the blower?
OG, it's Solana. Are you ready to jump on here? All right. Give me a second.
Hold on. Normally, Orande, and we're gonna get to headlines here. We have a lot of stuff to get to, but I feel like Orande Gadsden may be more in touch with the folks you are pretending to represent, Crowder.
No, I'm well traveled. OG has limited cities he goes to. I just see more people than OG.
I just think he might know a little more. Here he is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline, former Dolphins receiver Orande Gadsden. Keep it clean, not like on the text. What do you think of Old Bay seasoning?
So see, Tanning talking about the African Americans in Montana, but we're not talking about Montana. We in the South. Like, you can find Uncle Al's, one of these restaurants that have 17, 18, 26 different flavors of wings. They got Old Bay. Old Bay, they put on wings. You get you a nice naked wing with some Old Bay and dip it in some blue cheese. You got something going now. Old Bay, I get it. Old Bay is for seafood, and he is correct. When we go to Crab Boil, we get the blue crabs from Two Bills. We'll go home. We'll get the Old Bay, the whole thing go in the pot with the water and and everything. But when you do have some left over, it's still in there, and you find other ways to use that Old Bay because you don't always have blue crabs because blue crabs are high. If you go over there off of Anglers. To the famous restaurant over there and get blue crabs, they're going to be high. So you don't always get blue crabs or seafood, so you got some extra Old Bay in your pantry, and so you do put it on other things.
But no, because why would you put on something else when you got the Lowry's sitting right there? The Lowry's can go on anything.
Yeah, but the Lowry's kind of just status quo. You know what I'm saying? The Old Bay give you a little kick in the back end. You get your little kick with the Old Bay. You get your little spice. I like Lowry's. Don't get me wrong. Lowry's can marinate, but if you listen, I listened to Boca Hawk, and Boca Hawk said if he put some on his eggs, that's hey, listen, hey. He want a little flavor to his eggs. He can put a little Old Bay on him. Nothing wrong with that, man.
Potatoes.
OG, you had money too long, OG.
No, I think it's I actually think
you have extra Old Bay. If you do crabs in July, you're probably not going to do blue crabs again until next July. And every time you open that pantry, that Old Bay sitting there looking crazy because you bought a big one and then you bought a little one because you weren't going to use it all. The two big ones. You got a little Old Bay sitting there.
Crowder, because he's got money, he just tosses it in the garbage. But he doesn't know. It almost sounds, Aronde, like if you brought Crowder to one of your barbecues in Charleston, it almost sounds like you'd have to vouch for him. I take him
in Charleston.
Have it anymore.
We'll go to oyster rolls or to a crab crack or to a shrimp boil. People bring the shucker. If we to oyster rolls and some Old Bay and hot sauce, those three things you got to come in your belt. They have to come in your belt. You got a loop for hot sauce, got a loop for shucker, and you got a loop for Old Bay. They don't have a loop for Lowry's on your belt. You know what I mean? When you go to these things, right? You don't have a Lowry's loop. You got an Old Bay loop because you like a little extra. But I think you know what happened, Hawk. Listen to me. Realistically, this is what happened. When he went vegan for those 6.5 months, he kind of lost a little bit. He lost a little bit.
Who he was. He lost who he was.
Yep. Yeah. He's coming back. He's coming back, but he lost it. He lost a little bit. Because I seen it with my own eyes. When I ordered, we had a tomahawk steak sitting right there, nicely sliced up, bone on the hook and everything, and that boy got broccoli and sauteed onions. You know what I mean? And he was like, no, listen.
Hurts my heart.
He's coming back though.
But OG,
he's coming back. I heard him in the Jack in the Box yesterday. That's where you were, Jack in the Box. You were there.
OG, you know for a fact that these three seasons are going to be in a black house. Lowry's, onion powder, garlic powder.
Oh, what else? That's the holy. That's the second holy trinity. If you live in New Orleans, there's another holy trinity. But if you just live anywhere east of New Orleans, the holy trinity is garlic powder, onion powder, and Lowry.
And Lowry's. That's what I'm getting at. You might, to your point.
And you try to figure out why your blood pressure be high. You'd be like, oh, I need some more Lowry. Lowry's ain't salt. That ain't salt. That's Lowry's.
OG, that Lowry's been killing us for 100 years.
Oh, man, that Lowry. Oh, no, you don't have to use salt. You can just use Lowry's. And then after I get up, I'm laying on the floor with my feet up on the couch because my ankles look like I've been on an airplane or something. Yeah,
hold on. Solana, call Leroy Horde on the other line. He needs to get in on this because he's texting me here. I want to make sure that I got this straight here because the only person that has had Crowder's back on this take so far is Twan Russell. who texted me. Now he thought he had Old Bay in his
And
pantry.
you know, Twan. Holy mackerel.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. For this particular, argument,
you
do I
Twan,
want
the athletic director
in
at
South
St. Thomas.
Carolina, OG, or do I want Crowder, in his
Crowder Russell? Do you want Crowder Russell? You want Channing Russell? That's what you want? No, don't get them two.
Twan is like Omar off The Wire. Twan is coming. Twan is coming.
Exactly the opposite.
About?
Exactly the opposite of Omar on The Wire.
That's what they say at St. Thomas when he's parking his car in the parking lot.
They took athletic director of St. Thomas off and put Omar from The Wire on there, and he pulls in there every day. Yeah, that's what's happening. That's exactly what happened.
I'm gonna try to navigate this because this can get. Oh, there's no Leroy. He's probably shopping at Publix and he's texting while he's listening. I've
seen Leroy a few times at Publix. Yeah, after he had some knee surgery situation from the golf course or something. I don't know what's going on.
He live at Publix, don't he, OG?
He live at
Leroy. Go to Publix.
All right, now Leroy is going to come in he is going to barrel through everything here. Leroy, this is a radio program that I'm trying to keep control of. Aronde is on the phone. You've heard him speak about Old Bay. You've heard Crowder speak about Old Bay. You're actually from Louisiana. Let's hear what Leroy Horde has to say.
So Crowder is right that when you have a crab boil or a seafood boil, you just dump all the Old Bay in there, right?
Correct.
But the reason why he don't know what the hell he's talking about is because he must have never done a crab boil, because the Old Bay that you use for a crab boil is different than the Old Bay that you use for seasoning.
Oh,
so if I got me a nice piece of fish or something, then I'll sprinkle a little Old Bay on it, to give it a little flavor. But if I'm doing a crab boil, it come in a bag, right? And you just throw the bag in there with all your stuff.
Well, you can't tell him no. He's from Louisiana. You can't tell him no, Crowder.
This is back to economics. This is back to economics. Leroy's rich. Hey, nobody buys a bag of Old Bay. Everybody buys that little yellow pouch.
Hey, I grew up in the hood. We use it then, so that's not accurate. The other thing is that you do realize you asking a guy in Aronde that has never said no to food.
That might be a true statement. Facts. Facts, Leroy. Facts, Leroy.
Hey, Solana can mention the seasoning. I can mention the seasoning. You can mention the seasoning. Aronde going to talk about I go with chicken wings.
I mean, that seems about right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can put all them powders on some chicken wings. It's good. You get them naked. You can put whatever you want to put on them.
Well, the bottom line is, though, Leroy, bottom line, do you have Old Bay seasoning in your pantry?
Yeah, because I eat a lot of fish and stuff like that. Shrimp, I'll steam some shrimp and then sprinkle it on there. I use it for a lot of stuff, but mostly seafood. I'm not putting that crap on chicken.
Thank you.
Right?
And Leroy, you never had chicken wings with Old Bay on it? You never had chicken wings with Old Bay on it, Leroy?
No, it messed with my taste buds, because when you say Old Bay, I'm thinking of some seafood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that ain't what we talking about. If you had Uncle Al's, you ain't getting fish, man. You're not getting fish at Uncle Al's. You getting wings. They known for wings. Like when Crowder go to Jack in the Box in Dallas, he not getting tacos. They sell tacos, but he's not getting it. He getting the upside down hamburger like he had a Whataburger. I mean, this is the same thing. Like you.
Hey, if I go to Uncle Al's, I'm also not getting fish seasoning on my wings.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, you got to try it, man. You got don't knock it till you try it, man.
OG, about these wings, OG. When's the last time you said, "Hey, what kind of wings you want? Hot, lemon pepper, or Old Bay?" It stops at hot lemon pepper.
I mean,
with us. Everybody knows
a
that.
few hot lemon pepper is paramount. It's number one, without a doubt. Lemon pepper, hot mix, without a doubt. But if you have an option to give me Old Bay, I'm taking some Old Bay now. Like not over lemon pepper hot, but it come a close fourth.
It sounds like you're trying them all.
Listen. Why not? Why not? If you got a nice new flavor, why not try it? This lemon pepper hot is kind of regular. But I'm pretty sure I'm talking about they got a few restaurants that got Old Bay chicken wings and they sell pretty good. I know this for a fact.
Everybody's got Old Bay. They don't. Leroy is on Arande's side. He's just not fully committed to it. Like Leroy's looking for a little bit of a nod
he like the
from
chicken.
Crowder.
He like the chicken for breakfast. He like the chicken for breakfast.
Yeah, Leroy.
Yeah.
Leroy is
you like the chicken with breakfast, Leroy.
He's got Old Bay in the cabinet, and then he eats a lot of food with the Old Bay on it.
Yeah, you like the chicken with breakfast. You partially committed. You're not totally committed, Leroy.
Only chicken I want for breakfast is eggs. That's it.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you partially committed. That's why you partially committed, because you want to lay the eggs and get away.
I don't even like chicken and waffles.
See, that's what I'm talking about you. See, you going for the shrimp and grits. That's what you're going for. Crawfish and grits. That's what you're going for.
No. I'm eating breakfast food for breakfast.
Shrimp and grits, that ain't breakfast food? What Louisiana you from? What you want, some etouffee?
Not for breakfast.
I mean, what you doing?
I'm winning this
That's what I'm saying. You like. That's what I'm saying. You are the chicken. You are what the chicken is. The breakfast. You partially committed. That's what you are.
Right.
See, like me, when I go into breakfast, I'm full pig. You know why? Because I'm fully committed. I'm all in. I can't come out. You lay the egg and dip. You do something and leave. But I'm the pig. I'm totally committed to breakfast. I'm giving you bacon, sausage, ham. You just want to lay the eggs and leave. You got to get committed about this situation, Leroy. You got to definitely get committed. You got to get yourself together, man.
You have a level of commitment to food that I don't have. Right?
That might be true.
That
might be true.
I'm listening to two people argue who are on the same side of something. That's the
that might be
amazing
true.
thing here.
That might be
Somehow
true.
Crowder
That might be
is
true,
getting
Leroy.
off scot-free. They're both disagreeing with Crowder, and Crowder's trying to egg them on because he knows it takes the heat off him for having a bad take about Old Bay.
Crab boil.
You know why, Hop? Because Leroy came on here saying Channing is kind of right about the bag and the Old Bay.
Yeah.
Man, do you got it in your pantry or not? That's the question. Do black people got the seasoning in your pantry? You black, you got it? You got it. So it's it. You don't have to agree with Crowder at all.
OG, here's why it's difficult to fully commit to agree with Crowder. Because I don't even know what kind of diet he on this week.
Listen, I brought that up. It's a valid point. It's a valid point.
Right now, I'm on the caveman. I'm juicing and just eating meat.
What?
I did that for the show.
And did you have lettuce on the burger? You had lettuce on the burger? Lettuce and tomato?
And I had a turmeric shot afterwards.
Hey,
this guy, listen, he's speaking for an entire race of people about Old Bay seasoning, and he's telling you yesterday he chased a Whataburger with a turmeric shot. I mean, who are we listening to here?
That's like getting a Whopper meal and getting a Diet Coke. I got a Diet Coke with that. Let me get a Diet Coke.
Some turmeric, some
and cut that
some
whop
beet
in
juice?
half. Cut the whop in half. Cut the whop
Yeah,
in half.
it's the guy who opens up his Whopper and his fries at Burger King and then pulls out a vitamin packet. He's going to take his pills with lunch. And it's like, what are we doing?
Right,
What
right.
exactly are we doing?
Hey, Hawk, he gonna get the full Whopper meal and then get his Crystal Light packet to put in this bottle of water. I only like the pink lemonade. I only like the pink lemonade Crystal Light. Out of here, man.
Y'all
Out
are
of
telling
here,
me
man.
y'all don't drink sparkling ice? Sparkling ice is special.
All right, I got to move on. I love you, Aronde and Leroy. I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
we drink that sparkling ice with Tito's. All right, man. Bye, man. I'll talk to y'all later.
I'll let y'all.
What happened?
I don't know how I got out of it, Hawk, but that was boy.
You were like Houdini. Neither of them agreed with you. Both of them have obey, and somehow you got them to fight amongst each other.
He eating chicken for breakfast, OG. What kind of man is that?
That was great. I think we've covered a lot of ground.
We did it.
I always we've joked before on this show about saying something ordinary, but the way you say it turns it into an insult.
Yeah.
And Aronde did that with etouffee. Etouffee has never been used as an insult before. And he used it as a weapon against Leroy there.
And he made Leroy not eat chicken, but made him a chicken. You just lay your eggs and leave. You ain't dedicated. I thought that was genius.
It really was.